Welcome to day 10 in our journey of emotional learning. Yesterday we spoke about fear and how important it is to turn the volume down and to release any traumatic emotional history that we may still be carrying. So today, let's talk about anxiety. Whilst anxiety and fear are connected, they are not actually the same. In reality, anxiety sits in relationship with both fear and excitement. If we were to put fear and excitement at either end of a line, anxiety sits somewhere in the middle, and it serves a very important purpose. When we approach something unknown and new for the first time, appropriate anxiety focuses our attention. It turns up our alert system just a little, so that we have a heightened level of concentration. It gives us an edge, and in a new and unknown situation, this is helpful. When we sit in healthy relationship with anxiety, a challenging situation becomes a stretch, something to grow into, rather than a stress, and something to be feared. When anxiety raises its head inappropriately, it's a good indication that somewhere in our history we have experienced some kind of overload of fear that's never been processed properly or laid to rest and filed away as a memory. And as a consequence, on the sliding scale between fear and excitement, our anxiety is heavily weighted towards fear. If we were to liken this sliding scale to a red, amber, green alert system, with red being high alert and green being a state of complete relaxation, people who live with ongoing anxiety very rarely relax into a state of green. They tend to sit at the high end of amber, fluctuating easily to red, and their underlying anxiety never quite lets up. Interestingly enough, this actually creates a very particular set of rather valuable life skills. When we live with heightened anxiety, we also tend to live in a state of high anticipation. This is the nature of an active, high alert system. To manage such high levels of anticipation, our mind will learn to create a variety of potential scenarios in order to resolve any unforeseen problems ahead of time. The result is the development of a highly active mind, with an extraordinary capacity for creative thinking, for creative imagination and creative problem solving. One of the most valuable ways to tackle anxiety is to utilize these fantastic life skills. If we have learned to create a variety of different storylines that anticipate the worst-case scenario, then in truth, we can also learn to create a variety of different storylines that depict a far more realistic outcome. One way of approaching this is to create a personal statement or affirmation, something that will stop us in our tracks, press the pause button, and directly challenge any preset automated thinking patterns. Even if we don't consciously know the origins of our anxiety, we can engage our creative mind and we can ask the storyteller within to develop affirmations that are a direct and realistic challenge to the default scenarios that we've been creating. Let's say our preset scenarios involve keeping everyone happy to try and avoid confrontation. An affirmation that says, "There's no confrontation in my world and everyone is happy," isn't actually very realistic. In truth, there are some people in the world who are sadly unnecessarily confrontational. And in truth, we will never be able to make everyone happy. So a realistic statement or affirmation might be, even though I am feeling anxious, it is not my responsibility to make everyone happy. Regardless of my past, I am now responsible for my own self-care and my own well-being. I can actively choose what I wish to do if I come across confrontational situations, and I can use my extraordinary mind to develop discernment and actively choose who I invite into my close circle of relationships. This will carry weight because it carries meaning. You'll know it's true because it will feel right and it presents a viewpoint that is both personal and realistic. It's a very good example of the way in which our mind and our emotions can actively work together. So let's embrace our creative mind, and let's develop a relationship with anxiety where we are in charge of this valuable emotion, rather than this valuable emotion being in charge of us. Let's calm our emotions and calm our mind. Let's meditate together. As we begin this meditation, we will focus on our thought for today. My creative mind supports me. My creative mind supports me. In the first part of our meditation, as you hear the singing bowl, we will focus on allowing the release of any stored up emotional tension. Sometimes when we start to feel anxious, we start to worry about this, and we can start feeling anxious about feeling anxious. So we will also be mindful to release any worries and any concerns about our emotions, as well as releasing any need for self-analysis of any of the feelings that surface. In the second part of our meditation, as you hear the singing bowl again, we will move to a place of stillness, a place of calm, a place of thoughtful limits, knowing that we can choose to return to a place of further release at a later time. Make sure you're in a safe place and get into a comfortable position and close your eyes. Allow yourself to breathe naturally, gently and deeply. Anxiety is one of our emotions that has a very powerful physical presence. We tend to feel it very strongly in our body. So as you notice any tension or unease or discomfort, very gently give your body permission to relax. Each time you breathe out, encourage your body to relax and encourage your body to allow any emotional energy that's being held in your body to surface. Let's really allow your body to speak. Let's give your emotions a voice. with gentle acceptance and a calm, responsive welcome. As emotions surface, allow their release and then return yourself to breathing gently. Let's calm the noise of our extraordinary creative mind. Let's allow our mind to settle and to relax. No need to know. No need to work out how things might be or how things might work out. It's healthy and important to relax. And when we have a clear mind, no fear and no high alert, we have space for reflection and healthy choices. Let's just gently allow our body to let go. Sometimes as nervous tension starts to leave the body, we can experience a kind of a physical shudder, and that's okay. Breathing out tension, allowing our mind to be quiet and our body to relax. Breathing out tension and creating a pathway for new possibilities. Gently letting go. It's time to place a safe boundary around this part of our meditation. It's time to bring the release of emotions to a close. as we clear the space within ourselves, we can begin to relax and move gently into a space of stillness, a space of presence and a space of calm. Continue to breathe naturally, gently and deeply. And as you hear the singing bowl again, we'll draw our meditation to a close. It's time to draw our meditation to a close. Throughout the day, remind yourself from time to time of our thought for today. My creative mind supports me. My creative mind supports me. Keep this thought in your mind and perhaps write it on a piece of paper and carry it with you. And from time to time during the day, remind yourself of this thought. Take time to consider what kind of personal statement might really support you at times when your mind might wander into old patterns of thinking. And from time to time, take a moment to allow yourself to return to the memory of the calmness and the stillness that we experience when we give ourselves permission to release any stored up emotional tension. Take care.